Call the meeting to order. Please rise for the presentation of the colors by YAI Junior ROTC. Pledge of the flag by Commissioner Benny Hughes. Opening prayer, Commissioner Lester Gooding. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. Dear gracious Heavenly Father, thank you for giving us the liberty to be up here tonight. Ask that you bless each and every person that's here tonight. Ask that you bless all the military and all our first responders. And ask you, Father, to bless this commission as they make decisions that they have to make. Hope that everything that we do tonight is pleasing to you, Father. And I ask it all in Jesus' precious holy name. Amen.
Amen. We'll ask Deputy Clerk, Miss Isabella Blevins, call the roll.
Justin Miller.
Here.
Ben Cooper.
Here.
J.P. Reagan.
Here.
Kim Davidson. Here. Benny Hughes.
Here.
Robert Cooper.
Here.
Lester Gooding.
Here.
Leon Stett.
Here.
Rita Pierce Murphy. Here. Larry Cooper.
Here.
10 present, none absent.
We have a quorum. Item number 6. And hope y'all had time to look over these. If there are any changes, consideration of approval of minutes from commission meeting September 15th, 2025.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Lester Gooding.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Leon Stepp. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Contrary, likewise. Item number 7 is consideration of approval of agenda from commission meeting on October the 20th, 2025.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to, if it pleases the commission, I know this will probably be, 11 and 12 is probably going to be some lengthy conversation. And if it pleases the commission, so we could just move through the rest of these items pretty swiftly, could we back 11 and 12 all the way to the end of the meeting, please?
Your motion? Your motion is
I'll make a motion to do that.
Second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Contrary, likewise. Consideration of notaries for tonight. We only have one. That is Emily R. Harris.
Motion to approve.
Second. Motion by Commissioner Robert Cooper to approve. Second by Commissioner J.P. Reagan. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Contrary, likewise. Item number 9 is a motion that was tabled in September's meeting for consideration of approval of purchasing Allert City Fire Truck. Robert Cooper.
Well, I'm going to make a motion that we take that off the table for the simple reason we're actually looking at another truck. Clark Range is pleased with it, but I'll bring it up after we get a second on that to take that off the table.
And I will second.
Motion made and second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Contrary, likewise. Okay, Mr. Cooper, what's your new motion?
Okay, Clark Range and our fire chief Larry Cooper is actually looking at a truck up in Virginia.
It's very well equipped. I'm going to let Larry explain it a little bit. We've got some pictures here I'm going to pass around, let everybody look at.
This is one that was presented to Fentress County from where we had purchased some before. Mr. Charlie Kearns, which lived in the Pall Mall area for several years. This is actually his son that has this. He actually contacted Keith Garrett about the truck, and so I knew Robert was looking at, on this other motion, but this one came up. I think it's $15,000. All the equipment that you see on the truck comes with the truck. It's about the same model as theirs is, but it's got a lot less miles and a lot less hours.
Does it come with a Dalmatian?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I didn't see a dog in there. There may be one. Look better. There may be one in there somewhere. But
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we buy it.
Motion made by Commissioner Lester Gooding,
I'll second that.
seconded by Commissioner Benny Hughes. Any further discussion or comment toward this?
yeah, Tyler will have to bring a budget amendment to the commission back next month.
We bring it next month.
I mean, unless you want to do it tonight. I mean,
You want to vote on it tonight, I can get the paper copy to Amanda. So
Okay.
How
That's
much cheaper is this one?
it's about
the other one.
60,000.
Yeah.
60,000 cheaper?
Yeah. And Clark Raines is in bad nature. Can you include in that motion a budget amendment out of fund balance to purchase that truck?
I think they said so, Moon.
That's fine with my second.
Fund balance,
That's
correct?
fine with my second.
And I can get the paper copy to Amanda.
Anything further? If not, roll call vote, please.
Benny,
4?
Robert,
Forward.
Lester,
4.
Leon,
4.
Rita, 4, Larry,
4.
Ben,
4.
Justin,
4.
JP,
4.
Kim, 4, 10-4, none against.
Motion passes, 10-4, none against. Item number 10, consideration of approval of budget amendments. Fentress County SRO, $75,000. Want to speak to that, Hunter, if you don't care?
Before
guess.
Hunter gets started too much, the line items this was put into is based off an average of what we use to every other school. So I went through and put an average. Some of that may need to be moved on what they use that for, but it is $75,000 per school. I can let him explain more, but he didn't see what lines I put it in. He just knows we got the extra $75,000 on the grant.
Oh yeah, that is for the grant. We do get $75,000 a school. We've got Raver School, and this year we've been approved for the alternative school. So there's an extra $75,000.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Larry Cooper,
Second.
second by Commissioner Robert Cooper. Any further discussion or comment or questions from anyone? If not, roll call vote, please.
Robert,
4.
Lester,
4.
Leon,
4.
Rita, 4, Larry,
4.
Ben,
4.
Justin,
4.
JP,
4.
Kim, 4, Benny,
4.
10-4, none against.
Item number 1 passes. Item number 2, Fentress County South Fentress Park, $825, probably donations or rental or something.
That's your rental fees.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Lester
Second.
Gooding to approve, second by Commissioner Leon Stepp. Any further discussion or question to that? Roll call vote, please.
Lester,
4.
Leon,
4.
Rita, 4, Larry,
4.
Ben,
4.
Justin,
4.
JP,
4.
Kim, 4, Benny,
4.
Robert,
4.
10-4, none against.
Item number 2 passes. Item number 3, Fentress County Highway Department, $100,432.49.
This is putting revenues that were received into lines for the other state revenues, for instance, going in for highway and bridge maintenance, and then you've got a miscellaneous revenue sale of equipment going in for to purchase highway equipment.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Robert Cooper, seconded by Commissioner Lester Gooding. Any further question or comment? If not, roll call vote.
Leon,
4.
Rita. 4. Larry.
4.
Ben.
4.
Justin.
For
JP.
4.
Kim. 4. Benny.
4.
Robert.
4.
Lester.
4.
10-4, none against.
Item number 3 passes. Item number 4, Fentress County opioid, $115,000. Who wants to speak to that?
This was a proposal that was approved by the opioid committee at last month's meeting for a indigent care and detox cycle that will be run through Manor House. This will come out of that opioid fund.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Robert Cooper, second by Commissioner Kim Davidson. Any further question or comment on this?
The residential stuff that it says here, is that for them to go to, we don't have that here, correct? That'll be,
We do not have that here at this time, but this will allow Manor House for anyone who comes that is indigent or is perhaps court ordered and there's not a grant fund available for them to go on, they're not insured. This will allow them a certain number of days, but they have to meet some criteria. It's not just like you can be your 10th time trying. Manor House has some criteria that they go by to provide that service type.
and I'm sure 20 is scratching the surface. I know this says 20 individuals, but that's just
It
scratching the surface.
is, but this is their sort of a test run to see how well this program works, getting them into residential treatment. And as you can see, it lists how many days available and detox for 3 to 5 days, outpatient counseling, case management, residential treatment. It provides different levels of support for indigent persons.
Anything else? If not, roll call vote.
Rita. 4. Ben.
4.
Justin.
it.
JP.
4.
Kim. 4. Benny.
4.
Robert.
4.
Lester.
4.
Leon.
4.
Larry.
4.
10-4, none against.
Item number 4 passes. Item number 5, Fentress County radio clock. That was in Park Range. Is that what that was?
Yeah.
One that was,
Clock that messed up. This is where insurance covered it. This is to put the insurance money back into the budget to cover the replacement of the clock.
This on the radio system.
Yes.
Motion to approve, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Benny Hughes, second by Kim Davidson. Any further discussion or comment?
Tyler, I would like you to comment on what it costed you to repair the one that they said that couldn't be repaired.
The clock that was messed up that insurance is replacing, we'll be able to keep as a backup now. Me and Daniel Coleman pulled it apart, and it was a chip inside that was down that took in the satellite. I bought it out of my pocket off eBay for $30. It was a shot in the dark if it worked. I bought it out of my pocket for $30, put it in, so now we'll have a backup clock.
So does it work?
It's in right now.
Okay.
It's working right now. It's working.
We kept the new one that they replaced it with, put the repaired one back in, so now we have a backup.
Once this clock comes in, we'll have a backup, because that's been our biggest issue, is having problems out of those clocks, getting hit by lightning and going down. So we've been able to, we'll have a backup clock now to be able to run at a site. They just have to change IP when we put them in.
Item number 6,
Mr. Chairman, we need a vote on that.
no further questions. Roll call vote.
Larry.
4.
Ben.
4.
Justin.
For it.
JP.
4.
Kim. 4. Benny.
4.
Robert.
4.
Lester.
4.
Leon.
4.
Rita. 4. 10-4, none against.
Item
Before
number
you
5.
navigate from the radio system, I do want to give a quick update. Not this Tuesday, they pushed it back a week, but next Tuesday, we're going to start going live with the new system that we voted on 2 months ago, going to the DMR. We'll have 2 channels going live next Tuesday.
Item number 6, Fentress County District Attorney, $1,144.
We had a budget amendment last month at the commission meeting. It was along the same terms of this, but the assistant that they're paying is retired, so we don't withhold Social Security on her, so that pulls the Social Security portion out and puts it throughout the other pay lines within that budget. So you can see that 1144 coming out of Social Security and going into the pay in the other lines for that.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Lester Gooding to approve. Is there a second? Second. Second by Commissioner Robert Cooper. Any further discussion or comment on this? If not, roll call vote.
Ben,
4.
Justin, JP,
4.
Kim, Benny,
4.
Robert,
4.
Lester,
4.
Leon,
4.
Rita, 4. Larry,
4.
10-4, none against.
Item number 6 passes. Is anyone here from the Board of Education to explain this? If not,
This is for the Freedom Voucher Bonus. A portion of it came from the state level for funding for in-classroom teachers. The rest of it, the Board of Education elected to pay to the rest of employees, and that comes, they're taking it out of some other line items that they had there to disperse throughout their budget for bonuses.
so state funds will cover $377,000 of it, is that correct?
Correct, and then $331,000 for a total of $808,000. The rest of it will come out of local funds.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Leon Stepp. Second.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Ben Cooper. Any further discussion or comment? If not, roll call vote.
JP,
4.
Kim,
4.
Benny,
4.
Robert,
Aye.
Lester,
4.
Leon,
4.
Rita,
4.
Larry,
4.
Ben,
4.
Justin,
4.
9-4, 1 pass.
Motion passes. Item number 8. Fentress County Board of Education fiscal year 2025-2026. $42,395.98. Yes, sir.
Speak to that. My name is Bill Anzenberg. I'm the Safety and Security Director for the school system. This particular monies were part of a state grant that our portion of the allotment that the entire state is distributing to different school systems. This money is going to be used to further additional cameras in the school systems as well as access control systems to better protect the facilities.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Lester Gooding. Second. By Commissioner Robert Cooper, second. Any further discussion, comment, or questions? If not, roll call vote.
Kim,
4.
Benny,
4.
Robert,
4.
Lester,
4.
Leon,
4.
Rita,
4.
Larry,
4.
Ben,
4.
Justin,
4.
JP,
4.
10-4, none against.
Motion, item number 8 passes. Item number 9, Fentress County Board of Education Innovative Schools Models.
This is an ISM grant. I believe, if I'm correct, this has been ongoing for, this is the third year now. Robert may know more on that ISM. I think this is the third year, so they don't initially put that in the budget. Whenever they pass their budget, they can't put it in initially. They have to come back and put it in later. So this is to put those ISM numbers that have been in and rolling over for the past 2 years back in for the third year, I believe.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Lester Gooding,
Second.
second by Commissioner Kim Davidson. Any further questions or comments? Roll call vote.
Robert,
4.
Lester,
4.
Leon,
4.
Rita,
4.
Larry,
4.
Ben,
4.
Justin,
4.
JP,
4.
Kim,
4.
Benny,
4.
10 for, none against.
10 for, none against, motion passes. That number 10 there, right there is just what we passed, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, so there was no number 10. All right. So a motion was made to move 11 and 12 to the end, so we'll jump to number 13. Consideration of approval of Resolution 2025-08, the acceptance and commitment of passport acceptance fees to be restricted within Fund 101 for use exclusive by Fentress County Clerk's Office. Isabella Blevins.
Yes, so we have been approved to start doing passports in the county clerk's office. Amanda couldn't be here tonight, so she first wanted me to thank you guys for the letter that you signed, and then also Senator Haggerty in his office. They were a huge help for us to get approved. A few different talking points to discuss with the passport application. It will be turned over monthly into a reserved fund that Amanda, Tyler, and Angie have all discussed and approved. But Amanda will come back to the county commission and the budget committee prior to any use of the funds directly for any type of passport stuff that we need. It will not cost the taxpayers anything. It is a fully self-funded service, so no taxpayer money will be used. It's going to fully sustain itself. A lot of people, some people have kind of heard, we get calls all the time asking closest place that takes them. So we've kind of told people here and there that we will be taking them, but we're not yet. We've started touching base with the U.S. Department of State about training. Hopefully, November we'll know a lot more. Amanda says in the meeting in November she'll have a lot more details about stuff that we can do and when hopefully we'll be able to take them.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Lester Gooding, second by Commissioner Robert Cooper. Any further discussions or questions on this? If not, roll call vote.
Rita,
4.
Ben,
4.
Justin,
4.
JP,
4.
Kim,
4.
Benny,
4.
Robert,
4.
Lester,
4.
Leon,
4.
Larry,
4.
10 for, none against.
Item number 13 passes. Item number 14, consideration of approval of the license agreement between Fentress County Clerk and the State of Tennessee for the driver's license kiosk. Ms. Isabella.
Yes, so it's the same contract that you guys signed and approved previously. It's just with the new machine design, just has to be reapproved.
Motion approved.
Motion by Commissioner Robert Cooper to approve, second by Commissioner Rita Murphy. Any further discussion or comment? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Contrary, likewise. Item number 15, consideration of approval of Resolution 2025-07, Board of Education Sports Field. Tyler?
We discussed this in the last meeting when we approved our portion of that bid too, to take the $100,000 out of that Talbert property reserves. I do want to point out, I've left a typo on this resolution before I forwarded it on. where it says this reserve has a current balance of $322,863.24. We've used that since then, and I did not change that in the resolution whenever I copied it. The current balance before taking that out is $207,863.24. So if we take $100,000 out of that, that will leave $107,863.24 in that reserve. Or committed fund, sorry.
The money that we took out previously for that, was it for the radio? What did we use the money? I know that
Ambulance match, wasn't it?
was ambulance man. Okay.
Yeah. Match on a grant for ambulance, I believe.
I make a motion, we approve the resolution.
Motion by Commissioner Larry Cooper to approve, second by Commissioner Lester Gooding.
With the changed amount that Tyler just gave the commission.
Any further comment, discussion? Roll call vote.
Ben,
4.
Justin,
For it.
JP,
4.
Kim,
4.
Benny,
4.
Robert,
4.
Lester,
4.
Leon,
4.
Rita,
4.
Larry,
4.
10-4, none against.
Motion passes. Item number 16, consideration of approval of MOU between Fentress County Highway Department and Fentress County Solid Waste to use one of the Highway Department's radio frequency channels. Michael Rick, would you like to talk about this, please?
Michael's coming up as well, and Ryan's not here. It's something we've all kind of been working on for the past 3 months or something with
Yes.
radio systems. So
Yes.
Ryan is in full support of this, and he's emailed back today with a thumbs up, so Michael can kind of explain it, but Ryan is all on board with it.
Yeah, Mr. Reed had called me this evening and wanted me to express his apologies for not being able to be here. So on behalf of him, I'd like to do that. He also wanted me to voice and express to you that he is in full support of this. We have kind of been looking at some ways to be able to save taxpayer dollars, and that's always a big thing. I had gotten some quotes. I gotten with Tyler. We got some quotes on some radios. Kind of looked at that versus what our monthly cell phone bills are, and in roughly somewhere between 12 to 14 months of what it costs for our cell phone bills. Obviously accessories, phone chargers, stuff like that. The one upfront cost of buying the radios, having them installed, it would be the same amount as what we're paying in 12 to 14 months, and that's just one cost versus every year paying that amount of money. So we'd be able to cut back our budget next year on our communications, quite significantly.
Promise? You promise?
You'll see it. You've got my word on that.
Essentially, what they're doing here is the same as the county, and our system's going to a DMR digital system. When you do, your frequency gets 2 slots, 2 call IDs. So highway department's on an analog system. They are right at ready to go digital. So whenever they go digital, they can go to a DMR system and get 2 slots. Highway would have one of those slots. Solid Waste would have the other slot and be digital as well. So you'll get that coverage that we've been talking about with that digital radio. The only thing that Ryan asked and what we've discussed is that they split the cost on the upgrade to digital, which everything should be eligible and ready to go. There will be a licensing fee cost that will be split between Highway and Solid Waste, and then maintenance. If there's anything that needs maintenance on the tower, the antenna, the repeater, anything like that, that cost will be split half and half between the 2 departments.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Lester Gooden to approve, second by Commissioner J.P. Reagan. Any further discussion or comment? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Contrary, likewise.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Michael. Ms. Amanda Maynard, consideration of approval of THDA home rehabilitation.
Yes, this is for the rehabilitation of a home out on 52 toward Allard. If you remember, we have replaced 2 mobile homes with this program, and this money is to spend the rest of our grant. It's actually, this bid was $73,485. We actually have about $76,000 left in this line item, so I'll probably be coming back next month with a change order to spend the rest of those dollars. But this is for home rehabilitation, not replacement.
So move.
Second. Motion by Commissioner Ben Cooper, second by Commissioner Lester Gooding. Any other questions or comments on this? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Contrary, likewise.
This is a bid.
Money, we need a roll
Money.
call vote.
Roll
Yeah.
call vote, sorry.
Kim,
4.
Benny,
4.
Robert,
4.
Lester,
4.
Leon,
4.
Rita, 4, Larry,
4.
Ben,
4.
Justin,
4.
JP,
4.
10 for, none against.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 18, consideration of approval of committee assignments which will consist of the ambulance committee, building committee, fire committee, and jail committee. These committees will be meeting on the second Monday night of the month quarterly in the ECD conference room at 5:30. All commissioners are appointed to these committees. That way, hopefully, we won't have a problem having a quorum. Is there a motion?
Yes. Make a motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Lester Gooding, second by Commissioner Kim Davidson. Any further discussion or comment? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Contrary, likewise. Item number 19, in consideration of filling vacated E911 board member seat to be filled by Jimmy Smith to represent Fentress County Fire Department. Also, James Bilbrey to represent Fentress County EMA, and Rescue Squad Captain James Strong to represent Fentress County Rescue Squad, with terms expiring in October 2029.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Robert Cooper, second by Commissioner Lester Gooding. Any further comment, discussion, or anything on this? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Contrary, likewise. In consideration, item number 20, of filling Planning Commission seat vacated by Mayor Harvey Stires and appointing Jonathan McCoy to that Planning Commission seat.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we accept his resignation and appoint Jonathan McCoy.
Motion by Commissioner Larry Cooper, second by Commissioner J.P. Reagan. Any further discussion or comment? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Contrary, likewise. Item number 21, consideration of approval of change order for Fentress County Health Department. Ms. Summer?
Hello, I'm Summer Matthews, County Director of the Fentress County Health Department. I'm asking for approval of a change order in the amount of $9,870 to complete the utilization of our grant funds for the renovation at the Health Department. This will be at no additional cost to the county, and the work to be completed will be the removal of wallpaper in our clerical and lobby waiting area, drywall repair, painting, 2 additional LED lights in our nursing station, and 3 mini blinds.
Ms. Summer, about how much has the state spent on that so far? Do you have any idea?
Yes, about $550,000. This will put it at $564, I believe.
All right.
Motion to
Well,
approve.
those numbers don't add up, but I did that math quick and it didn't add up, sorry.
Motion by Commissioner Robert Cooper, second by Commissioner Lester Gooding. Any further discussion or questions or comments on this? Well, if you've not seen it, it's definitely a nice building since they've done the renovation. When they had the opening up there, it's really good. It really is.
Thank you.
Roll call vote, please.
Leon,
4.
Rita,
4.
Larry,
4.
Ben,
4.
Justin,
4.
JP,
4.
Kim,
4.
Benny,
4.
Robert,
4.
Lester,
4.
10 for, none against.
Item number 22, recognition from Tennessee Comptroller of the Treasurer for a timely adoption of a balanced budget from fiscal year beginning July 1, 2025. This is for our next year's budget with the work done by the Commission and also Tyler's office with his employees getting this done and passed and all. And hopefully we can live on this for the next year. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve.
Commissioner? Cooper, second by Lester Gooding. Any other further discussion to this?
That is the third year this county's gotten that award, I believe. Last year there was only 13 in the state that received that. I want to thank you guys for putting the time through the budget season, showing up to the meetings and putting in the time so that we could get that budget passed in time.
Speaking of which, it'll start again, what, in March? Is that correct, or February?
February.
February? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Contrary, likewise. Item number 23, consideration of approval of employee medical, dental, and vision for calendar year 2026. Ms. Shelley Dahl.
We had two different people bid out our insurance, and we had a work study before, and I don't know if we wanted to ask more questions of them.
I think you had a question for the first group
Yeah.
that you didn't get to ask over there.
We was talking about the difference plan. My
Oh,
question,
yeah.
my question to you was, what is the employee's responsibility with using that card? I mean, what would they have to provide for that card to go
Okay.
through and run smoothly?
Right. So the difference card is, it's a debit card, just like you have in your wallet right now. All right, so when you go to a provider, you hand them your Blue Cross and Blue Shield card, and they file the insurance. The difference card, whatever they say you owe, you swipe it, and it pays for it. For the limited plan, just talking about the limited plan, the first 5,000. Now, think of it as a guardrail, or it's just kind of a security. If any employee, you all set this, the county sets the amount, but let's just say that, like, I think Lafayette set it at $500. So if any employee has an expense of $500 or more, only $500 or more, after they swipe the card still pays, but after they swipe the card, they have to have some type of documentation. And that's simply to make sure, it's to make sure that a big expense was used for medical. Does that make sense?
So you're saying the card can be used just like a debit card anywhere
No,
unless...
it's coded. Back in the old days that was true, but it's coded. It has coding and sophisticated coding. It can only be used for medical. It can't be used for dental or vision, or it can't be used at Walgreens for, groceries. It can only be used for medical expenses. But just to be safe, and as kind of an auditing mechanism, you all set the amount. It can be $500, it can be $250, whatever you want it to. It's just to make sure that nothing slipped through the cracks.
Well, I mean, I like the idea of it, and I'm going to use me as an example.
Okay.
Several years ago, the company that I work for, and I won't mention who I work for, we went with Health Equity. It's a card that they give me if, my wife's not on my plan no more, so they give me money at first of the year.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't stop people using it to buy cell phones and pay cell phone bills with until the company caught it later that year.
Right.
So, if we give up,
What year was that?
I don't want to give the patient, the person,
Right.
an option to use it not for medical.
Of course.
That's what it's for, is for medical.
Yeah.
So, if there's any safeguards that they can't use it for, God forbid, buying drugs,
Right.
from someone that can use a card. So,
Well,
we got to look at that.
Of course, I agree. What year was that?
Oh, gosh.
It was a long time
I've been
ago?
with this company for 22 years, so I'm not sure how long ago it was.
Good.
And there are an HSA, so Health Equities.
HSA,
was an
right.
HSA.
Yes.
So an HSA has an expanded definition of what you can use it for. So like my wife used to work in a plastic surgery practice. People would go in there and buy Botox and everything else. Like that's what an HSA. Sometimes that falls into practice. With this particular card, it is smart enough to know, hey, am I checking out at a doctor's office or am I checking out at Walmart? Am I checking out at the pharmacy up the road, or am I checking out and getting gas with it? It's not going to allow you. It'll decline the
you said it would ask for documentation. Like, for example, if I use My Health Equity at a different provider that has never been used at, then they flag my card and I have to take a picture and send that bill to them.
Same way.
So with the papers that you're saying is going to be provided, does that come back to Shelley or does that go to you?
No, it goes directly to the difference card administration. And
So-
they're just confirming.
Right. So the member would have to provide that information to them.
Yes, and they do it the same way. They just take it really is simple. They just take a photo of it, the receipt, and it just verifies. It's just like I said, it's just a extra safety step.
That's for the county. That is an extra safety step for the county.
That's right. That's for the
way that
taxpayers.
We're making sure that
It's not
employees
being
are only using it.
right.
And they can, we set that limit, you said 250 or 500.
You set it whatever you want it to be.
That's just a security of they're not using it for.
Exactly.
And the difference card has an app, right? If that's something that y'all are seriously considering, the difference card has an app that employees can download. So if they are asked to verify, they can just pull up the app and snap a picture of it in the app, and it sends it to their team. So it takes out. There's no necessarily like paperwork if they want to do it that way. If they don't have a smartphone or something like that, there is a paperwork process, but they've tried to streamline it as much as possible.
What I've not heard is, I mean, you all presented both of these to us. You are our current provider. I've not heard either one of you say which one is the best.
Well, best is, that's like, which is best or better, a Chevy or a Ford. I mean, they're both.
Well, no, this is not a Chevy or Ford.
Well, it's
This is healthcare.
Okay. I'll be honest. If I was in your shoes, I would change to the difference card.
That's what I want.
But here's the thing. All right, and Shelley mentioned this wherever Shelley's at. All right, she said, the plan that you've got is working. You've gotten through that first few years of learning curve. The providers have, it's really working well, and you're saving money every year. You've saved, $40,000 or more dollars less than what you funded. So it's not that it's broken and you need to. I mean, you've got a decent renewal increase and everything. It's just we like it. I mean, we like it. Our groups like it. It's simple. It's a simpler card to use. It's easier on the end provider. The user who uses it, they just swipe the card.
From what I understand, I mean, it's basically the same other than this card.
Yes. With the Lucent, claims have to be processed. You with me? There's no processing of claims with this. You process the claim when you swipe it.
Lucent is a secondary insurance. This difference card is not insurance. It's a claims fund that's loaded to each person's card. And then we have a worst case scenario. So you're never going to be asked to pay more. Right? If everybody uses the $5,000, you're not going to be asked to pay more than what the rates that are in there are baked into the worst case.
Yeah, thanks, Caleb. So if y'all remember the very first year you had the Lucent plan, before we knew how your claim, we don't know what your claims are going to do. Before the first year, you had what's called stop loss. In other words, your claims would never go over a certain number. And we guaranteed that, right? Now, you still have that, but we're not funding up to that because we have a history. I mean, your claim, we know your claims have been 132, 160, 175. Now, you funded claims at 190, which was the worst case, 201 and 211, and the Lucent we've proposed funding 226. What Caleb is talking about is this swipe card also has a limit. It can't go over that limit. So the employee per employee rate assumes you hit that limit. It can never go over. So for the first year, it can never go over the limit. So you're protected for budget till we kind of see how it shakes out. And your claims are going to be a little different because I can tell you, I can pretty much predict what your Lucent claims are going to be because it has co-pays and deductibles and such as that. This swipe card is different. It's 100% up to $5,000. So we're going to you need that first year protection from budgeting, and it's provided because we kind of need to see how it shakes out in years 2 and 3. We don't want to just do it for 1 year. We want to do it multiple years. So we have to kind of see how it works the first year, and you're protected with that max.
What happens if the member doesn't use the 5,000? Does it roll over?
No, well, it's your money, so the member has no access to it other than if it's your money. You set the money aside in an account, and when an employee swipes it, they pull it out of your account to pay the provider.
If we have access, let's say, use me again, I don't like to use somebody else. I use $2,000.
Right.
And then I get 5,000 for the next year if we go that way again.
Mm-hmm.
Does the county have the option, or would have the option, is if I only use 2,000, could I take that 3,000 out, that make it 8,000?
Can't do it.
It doesn't?
Don't. Well, you could, I guess theoretically, but you probably could, but I would keep it as simple
Well, I mean,
as possible.
if an employee doesn't use it, I don't want to penalize them. Mine at Health Equity, mine rolls over every year. Whatever I got left.
That's an HSA.
I know, but I'm saying that if we've got healthy employees that doesn't use that, then why would we penalize them? They only use 2,000 next year, and we're only going to give you 5 next year.
I mean,
so I'm just looking at for employees.
That would just be an incentive not to go to the doctor every time you had a runny nose.
Yeah, we could. I mean, we've never done a government group that had a rollover, but I don't know why. I don't know why we couldn't. Because an HRA, the HRA has a rollover potential built in. We just normally don't.
So where does that money go if it don't roll over?
It stays in your bank.
Same as your Lucent.
Stays in there.
Same as Lucent right now.
Yeah. Same thing, way it does now. You all have a Pinnacle account, right?
Yeah, I got you.
You have a Pinnacle account set up, and you fund it every time you pay premiums. The employees pay, more money's funded into that account, and you just pay claims out of that account. This is no different. Instead of Pinnacle, it's Truth. They use Truth.
Now, there's no deductible though, right? There's no copay. I'm sorry.
No, it's just.
So once you spend the $5,000, which is not going to be a $35 doctor's visit, it could be more per doctor's visit that you're swapping your card for. Just follow me here a second. I get through my $5,000. Let's say I have some type of procedure, something go on. I eat that $5,000 up the first half of the year. You've got the $3,700. You're going to be paying 50% of your bills for the other $3,700. So your co-insurance is not going to kick in until you pay your next $3,700.
After you pay 37.
No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at out-of-network co-insurance for the 50%.
After 37, it's all over across.
But you're going. There's no copay. So whatever you are for that $3,700, you're in for that $3,700 out of your pocket.
Everything you said is correct, Tyler, except one caveat, and this is to help people that have high drugs. But this only applies.
Correct. Pharmaceuticals. We discussed that. I'm saying I eat up $5,000. If I have something else come along, I could be out that $3,700.
Correct.
Without a copay involved or anything like that. Correct. Okay.
Now, there's still telehealth involved in that, right? So if you've met your 5,000 and you want still go to the doctor and get prescriptions, submitted to your pharmacy, you can use telehealth, and that's a no cost. But if you go and see a physician, then you would pay 100%. So the employees that it impacts, right, your low utilizers of healthcare that have less than $5,000 in medical expenses are going to love this plan. They're going to benefit because they're not going to pay a copay. They're not going to pay a deductible or coinsurance. Your high utilizers, the people who have catastrophic issues, the max out of pocket of this particular plan is actually it's a little bit better than the current max out of pocket of the Lucent plan. The only people that are going to be, somewhat impacted are the people who use all 5,000 but don't hit their max out of pocket. That gap of the 3,700, that's kind of like a corridor deductible is what we call it. It's in the middle. Those are the people that are going to be, and I don't know what percentage of the population would be impacted by that.
Is it 5,000 and 3,700 the same for families as it is individual, or does that change?
It's actually.
And that's a great point. So for families, so anytime somebody covers a spouse or children, instead of 5,000, you get 10,000. Now, the card, while it's smart enough to know where you can use it, the card, if you're in a family unit, the card is not smart enough to know who in the family unit is using the card. So, if you've got a family of 4 people and you have one person who is a high utilizer of healthcare, they can use it all. And so if you've got, a husband, wife, and 2 kids, and the kids don't ever go to the doctor, they're not going to use much of that $10,000. But a husband and wife, if they need to split it, I'm sorry. I get excited about this. But we moved the city of Lafayette, he mentioned it, from a Lucent plan exactly how y'all have it to the difference card. And literally at renewal time, the employees begged us. They said, don't ever go back to Lucent because we love this so much of how it functions. And the setup is very similar to this.
The user experience. Again, I say this, and you've got a great user experience now, but you've had this plan for 4 years, right? So the providers know, but the user experience feedback we get from the different firms is really pretty strong.
What about your family pay? Member pay after the 10,000? What do they pay? 3,700 on individual. What's your? I can see by the looks on faces because the premium's a lot lower. There's some interest in this difference card here.
It's a real number.
But what's
max out of pocket for a family?
For a family.
Right. Okay. Max out of pocket for a family is our 7,800 times 2. What is that?
Well, so it'd be 7,400. So instead of 37 for an individual, it'd be 2 times that for a family unit. So the max out of pocket.
So if they spend over 10,000, then they're going to have 7,400 they're responsible
The
for.
Blue Cross deductible. So the Blue Cross deductible that goes with the difference card is, no, that's 7,400. So it would be, so the max out of pocket for a family would be that 7,400 times 2. It would be 14,000. But remember this, it's embedded, which means that even if you've got 10 people on the plan, one person that's covered only has $7,400 out of pocket.
He said it was 3,600 times
He was thinking about it.
All righty.
Okay, what is the premium on this particular one you're speaking of?
That don't make sense enough.
512.
512.
For the limited version, it's only 500 for the first year. Now in year 2, it's going to be adjusted. You're a Lucent plan. You're considered it's your group. We've adjusted it, and it's going to go up. But for 1 year, it's kind of a windfall. Maybe not a bad year to do it. The year that you decide to pay 100% for that.
Y'all okay with that?
Okay with what?
What you spoke to so far? So we're going to ask these other group if they want to say something.
Is the Gallagher group, they want to come up, give you equal time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Show of hands real quick. Who was in the other meeting? Who wasn't? Or I guess who was? All right.
All of
us. So maybe the question is for the guys behind me. Program sounds very similar to an HRA, health reimbursement arrangement. And I was curious that we also offer health reimbursement arrangements. It's something, but typically we do it through the insurance carrier so that there's not 2 different cards. So it's the high deductible health plan with the HRA arrangement, but typically we offer ours directly through Blue Cross so that there is no accident with the 2-card system. It's a single card. There's still that bucket of money there, but if the employee needs it, they use it. But if they don't use the money, then the money was never, it never left the county's account. So I'm not familiar with the other program. Maybe there's just something that I don't know about it, but typically we like to wrap it in with the carrier so that it's simplified for the
Are we voting on this tonight? I think we asked last year.
We can't get the plans from Blue Cross Blue Shield. They just got them Friday, didn't you? Is that not right?
This is.
Yeah, there's
end of last week.
I mean,
it's
there's
literally
a lot of pros and cons that needs to be.
When does open enrollment start?
Shut it out.
What is your premium on?
Information, these packets, boys.
Yeah, but even if the packets come out one day, that don't make nothing.
Open enrollment's supposed to start next week. Open enrollment's supposed to start next week.
Has to be withheld in December.
It's 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
So we need to act on this tonight.
What was your premium on the plan you presented?
So the premium on the plan, for tonight's purposes, again, just kind of having gone through this last year as well, guys, we both could have come to the table with 40 different options for you to consider. So basically, this is just taking away the supplement, right? And instead of paying for a supplement or funding the supplement, you're just taking those same funds and you're funding this HRA. So the underlying health insurance, Blue Cross doesn't play favorites because they work with all brokers across the state. They try to keep things neutral. So if I ask for the same plan design as broker A, broker B, and broker C, Blue Cross gives us all the same quote. Now, maybe I ask for a quote that's $6,000 and somebody else asks for a quote that's $8,700. But all things considered, Blue Cross tries to stay neutral. So the health insurance cost is the health insurance cost for that plan design. So actually, we do a lot of these plans because it's about as streamlined and basic as you get, right? It's no frills. You got a high deductible health plan on the back end. On the front end, you got a bucket of money that's funded by the employer. If the employee needs it, it gets used. If they don't, it never leaves the account. But our philosophy on it has always been wrap it in with Blue Cross and Blue Shield and just let them administer the plan. Now, sometimes there are underwriters want to ask questions about what's being paired with the plan. So sometimes the two-card system allows those two things to be different. Anyway, but you're right. There's a lot of nuance in this stuff. Regardless of what plan you pick, we've done comparisons against the other option, which is the state plan, and you guys are not going to make a bad decision. Like you're lower cost than the state, your employees have good benefits, but it is difficult to make a decision in an evening. So separate and apart from this HRA discussion, knowing that we had a limited amount of time to present something, our plan's more expensive. We did the numbers in there. And if that's the deciding factor, then we'll lose again. And that's okay. I mean, we would love your business, don't get me wrong, but you kind of walk into these presentations somewhat blind and say, what do I think, guessing, is the most important thing? And we try to balance the budget versus getting the plan as rich as possible for the employees. So we went the route of let's go for a plan that lowers the member out of pocket as much as possible. And in your packets, when you look at the difference between what your current out-of-pocket maximum is, of your 102 members that are covered, and yes, I'm intentionally keep going back to this number because if we're waiting, like where do you make the decision? If lowering the members out of pocket is the higher priority, then 82 out of your 102 members are on the limited employee only. And your current out-of-pocket maximum to the member for that plan, if they need to use it, not everybody hits it by any means, but the exposure currently is $3,870. The Pre-Med Defender plan that we are recommending to replace the Lucent plan, still a two-card system. Doctors are used to it. Members are used to it. So it's the same premise, but our plan pays out $7,200. And when you pair that with the insurance, that means that on the limited plan, it's got a $1,500 deductible. Once the member reaches the $1,500 deductible, our pre-med defender supplement covers everything else until the maximum out of pocket. So they are left with $1,500 out of pocket. So it's a richer plan. It's a better plan, but it also costs a little bit more. So I did the back of the napkin math, if you will. Our plan is $667 as compared to, I think, the new plan or the renewal rather was $620. The $47 difference. If you had 102 people that did the $47 difference, it's $57,000 difference. But is that $57,000? Is it in the budget? I don't know. But is it worth lowering the members out of pocket that much for that amount? If there's more people that join, there's 150 people who end up coming onto the plan total, then the difference is about $84,000. But you're still cheaper than the state. So not knowing what the other, what was going to be presented tonight, we benchmarked against the state. Even the premiums that I'm talking about here, with plans that are way richer than you currently have and richer than the state, it's still lower cost than the state. So again, it's a lot to think about in a short period of time. But I went the route of let's try to make the benefits as rich as possible for the employees, knowing that it's still cheaper than the state alternative, and trying to take out what the other members are talking about. So any questions for me? Happy to answer anything that you've got. Family out of pocket's $3,000. Current family out of pocket on the limited is $7,740. Our dependent out of pockets are $3,000.
Anything else from anyone for them?
All right. Appreciate the opportunity.
So open enrollment, you said opens
Next week.
next week,
Coming up 2 weeks.
October 27th, and it has to be done by
November
November 7th.
I mean,
Or you said it's flexible?
Those are our dates. Those are our dates for the fact of they have to see every employee, gather all this data together, get our signatures, send it back to us. It has to be in the system before the first payroll in December, because that's when those deductions start. They can't just see every employee and turn it back to us November 8th. If it's through November 7th, November 8th, they won't have it ready to come back to us, no matter who you choose. It's not that simple. So we set these dates so we make sure we've got our information back here to start those deductions on time in December without having to jack around, double deduct extra out of somebody's check, because it takes effect 1/1. And me and Shelley sit down every year, Justin, we go through these dates because ultimately they can't make Blue Cross Blue Shield come out with their rates any faster. And that's what we ran into last year, and that's what you're going to run into every year. It's just going to be crunch.
I think this debit card sounds very promising on the front side, what we've heard about it. But I just don't know. When you start dealing with people's health insurance, that's one of the most slippery slopes that you can go down. So for me, I think it's good. I would just like to learn more about it. I'd like to talk to a county that's utilized it and everything before we just up and move to that. That's my opinion. So I think it could be good, but I just don't feel, I don't want to gamble the county employees' insurance without knowing more, just from my standpoint. So I'm going to make the motion that we go with what we have, which is the benefits blueprint. I have spoken to Shelley with HR. She has spoken to employees that have it. We seem to have satisfied employees right now. And again, that's my goal, is to try to do the best by them as we can. I do like the lower, what y'all do offer on that side, but that's going to benefit the people that utilize the insurance a lot. And I feel like our percentage tends to be people that don't use it as much. So that's my motion.
Motion made by Kim Davison,
I'm going to second her motion.
second by Commissioner Robert Cooper. Any further discussion or comment from anyone?
Tyler, on that, I mean, if we did go with that one to work like a debit card, they'd put a lot more work on your office, wouldn't
I don't believe so. I mean, that doesn't run through us. It's administered by a TPA essentially, right? I mean, it wouldn't do anything to us. I think the biggest thing that we worry about, and what me and Shelley's talked about, is confusion amongst the employees of the change, going to the debit card. They've got this card. What do I do with it when I go to the doctor's office? How do I work? How do I use this? Just the sheer confusion of it, I think, was our concern. People not knowing how to use it. It's something new. So that was the concern we had with that. I don't think it increases our workload, though. No.
Anything else? If not, roll call vote.
Larry,
Four.
Ben,
Against.
Justin,
Four.
JP,
Four.
Kim,
4.
Benny,
4.
Robert,
4.
Lester,
4.
Leon,
4.
Rita.
4.
9-4, 1 against.
Motion passes. 9-4-1 against. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for staying. Item number 24. Tom DeAngelo and Miss Teresa Gregory are here from Knoxville, drove up from Knoxville to speak on the Knoxville Center of the Deaf. And if this is, if they want to get through sooner, they will be here for afterwards, after the meeting, if anyone has any questions to ask them about. And they are here to take any questions that the commission has. Am I correct in saying that? Okay.
All right. So I'll keep it short. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Mayor and Commissioner. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you tonight. Sorry we got here a little bit late. Our time difference, and we got here in time, but we're an hour late. What I am from the Knoxville Center of the Deaf, and I'm quite curious how many have heard of the Knoxville Center of the Deaf. By show of hands. Awesome. That's, okay, great. That's why we're here. Because we want to try to develop a relationship with your county to let you guys know also that we provide services, we provide interpreting services and a variety of other services to the members of your community who are deaf and blind, and hard of hearing. So if you ever have this need come up in your community, we want you to reach out and get in contact with us, because we'll be able to help you. If you have folks who are deaf or people that are losing their hearings too, talking about captioning on your TV, the news, any situation related to hearing, you can reach out to us and we're happy to help you in any way that we can. We brought materials to leave, we'll have those available for you. We also have business cards for our agency. The mayor mentioned that we'll stay after. I'm happy to stay after and meet and talk with anybody that needs any information from us or wants to talk with us face to face. We're happy to be here, and moving forward, we'd love to help you in any way that we can. Does anybody have any questions? It's a long night for you guys.
Yeah, it's getting longer.
I'll get some information from you after the meeting, if that's okay.
Awesome. We'll stay here. We'll be happy to be here.
Thank you.
Any questions? We want to make sure that you guys know how to reach out and contact what you need. Your county is part of us, part of our organization. We have a grant that provides services for this area. So get in touch with us if you have any questions or concerns or needs. And this is Teresa. I'm Teresa. Take a look first. Yeah, I'm Teresa. I'm one of the volunteers who works with the organization, so we're here to help out. Happy to answer any questions from the audience or from
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Y'all will be here, you'll be here after the meeting. And any other business, right off that here, Resolution 2025-10, the resolution of the Board of County Commissioners of Fentress County, Tennessee, to authorize commitment of $25,000 in local funds as part of the Tennessee Economic and Community Development Historical Preservation Grant Program for courthouse improvement. I'm trying to put getting a grant, maybe do some lighting outside. We're in need of a fire escape out this way because this is about to rock in two down here, and they use it each and every day. Maybe and some new doors in the courthouse. These have been here like for I don't know how long, for a long time. Probably since '74, I guess. And they're getting a little weak and need to be replaced. Majority of them do. But it's just a commitment to, if we're just applying for this, all we can get is $25,000 anyway, and we would be a 95-5 match. We'd have 5% match on $25,000. Just like to go ahead and apply for that.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Robert Kerber, second by Lester Gooding. Any further discussion or comments toward that? If not, roll call vote.
JP,
4.
Kim,
4.
Benny,
4.
Robert,
4.
Lester,
4.
Leon,
4.
Rita,
4.
Larry,
4.
Ben,
4.
Justin,
4.
10-4, none against.
Motion passes. Item number 2, insurance bid from TK Health for inmate health care. Tyler, would you like to talk to that for a minute?
We are going into our 5th year. They do their bids for 4 years at a time, the option for 4 years at a time. So open this bid today. They were the only bid or RFQ that we had for it. This is not the contract. They will be sending the contract over, and Leslie will have to review it as usual. Total annual price on that starting is $186,464.40, and then as you look back in the packet, they've got the 4-year and what that increment increase would be across 4 years. They've also included in this year, and we discussed this 2-3 years ago, was pass-through billing. They negotiate our bills. With pass-through billing, they would handle paying all of our bills to the providers to make sure that there's timely payment, and it would be at a $15 fee. The problem that we run into right now is it touches about 4 hands before a bill gets over here to get paid, and it may lay on a desk for 4 weeks before it gets to these hands. So this would just speed that process, make sure that the bills were paid timely, and we wouldn't have that backup log of liability.
This was the only bid we got, so you need a motion to take this. I'll make a motion that we accept it.
Second. Mr. Chairman.
Motion made and second. Any more comment or questions toward this? If not, roll call vote, please.
Kim,
4.
Benny,
4.
Robert,
4.
Lester,
4.
Leon,
4.
Rita,
4.
Larry,
4.
Ben,
4.
Justin,
4.
JP,
4.
10-4, none against.
10-4, none against. That motion passes. And when we jump back up here just for a second, number 18 on the committee assignments, that will not start until January. That'll start in January unless something comes up. So with that being said, we'll jump back up to item number 11, Joy Williams.
Mr. Chairman, could we adjourn pause for about 5 minutes?
We need to take an adjournment for about 5 minutes. Take a recess, I'm sorry. 5 minutes. Anybody else? Yeah, just, yeah.
Recess.
5 minutes, yeah, 5 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
Take it, or just take off?
I'll just take off.
Take off. You on the lead?
Yeah.
It's pretty good news. We've got such a confusion, you know, people, it's hard to explain. You're getting country insurance for the days, they're kind of in a mode, people are. Mhm. They want a piece of chocolate, half a piece.
I'm glad to say it did. I told you. Must look pretty long-winded.
Robert, go. Go left, go here. No.
But for another year, we need more time to work on the insurance. I know they didn't give it to us time, but I mean, 2 years in a row we should have had to make a decision pretty fast. I think it's a good decision, but
You know, I have 3 minutes. I have 3 minutes to speak.
There's certain, for this situation here, if you know history, remember the Crockett Wagon? That's what that's been. If they say that,
Over.
Yeah. 2 years over. I mean, people wants to, evidently people wants to come here.
Ready to go. Where'd he go? Where'd Justin go?
He's got a bigger bladder now.
You got hard candy.
Jimmy does.
You got
You got any left?
You got any
Did you
like
pop
cough
it?
drops or anything?
Nope, I got a piece of chocolate.
There you go. I'll get you wound
I'm
up.
just gummy up.
You can wind up.
Well, let's see. The kids left me 4 Tic Tacs from church. I think I'll be okay. They had never had Tic Tacs. I think I had this whole container.
It might have been a help. It's
Probably choking hazard.
We got 3 people who want to speak.
You remember them butterscotch barrels?
Okay, Mr. Joy. Oh, there you are.
Tons of them.
Hello, Mr. Chairman, Honorable Commission. We've saved the best for last, so
Almost. We got one more
almost.
after.
How can I try to answer or
Just, I guess, try to explain what the primary is, how it will operate, and go from there.
Okay, I gave each one of you one of these papers. It's the key dates for the 2026 election cycle. What we do, we mail both parties a letter, and usually in the last of June, 1st of July, if they wish to call a county primary, we must have the letter back by August the 25th. And we received a letter back from the Republican Party. The Democrat Party did not send one back.
First day to issue petitions will be December 22nd of '25. Last day to issue petition will be February 19th, 2026 at 12 noon. That's qualifying deadline. That will be for independent and Republican, whichever one you want to pick up the candidate. Does that answer your question, sort of?
Both categories have to qualify at the same
Yeah.
time.
Once a primary has been called, that establishes the qualifying deadline for everyone that's running. That's, like I said, first day we'll issue petitions will be December 22nd. Last day is February 19th at 12 noon. May 5th.
Joey, did the Democrat Party say exactly why they didn't want to participate?
No, we didn't get a letter, and so this will be a Republican primary only for the May primary. The state of Tennessee set aside the General Assembly $8 million to pay for this for all 95 counties. So our expense that we bill we'll turn that into the state, and the state will reimburse us at some point, hopefully by the end of this fiscal year.
So for how many years are they going to reimburse the cost?
Now, this is just for this one.
Just for
Now, the one in 2 years, which will be the March presidential preference primary, and the state and the federal government always pays for it. And we've always kept up with our bills and got money back. That money comes back to the General 101 and stays in there.
Joy, you may not know this. This may be putting you on the spot. Do you know how much about it costs to run a primary?
About $30,000 is about what it'll cost, and I need to get with Tyler, and we need to get that line item budgeted. So, Tyler, how you want to do that? Okay.
So from now on, the state will cover the expense of this for every local election.
That is what they've set aside is for this election only, for the May 5th primary.
Legislature have to pass each year,
Yeah.
each one.
Yeah, they'll do it each year.
Individually.
So in 4 years, there's another primary. We're on our own unless the legislature passes something.
Yeah. Now, like I said, in the year of 28, that will be the next presidential preference primary. And as long as both parties, if they call for a primary, if they have it with the March primary, then it will be paid for.
So, Joey, based on this local edition of a primary, we will have to have a primary every 2 years, right?
Yeah,
Because
it's
the election cycle.
now it's up to, like I said, and in 2 years we'll mail out another letter to both parties. If you wish to have a primary, you'll need to get it back to us by August.
So this one just takes care of this.
Yeah,
next
this
year's
is for
only.
this year only.
This one.
It's not automatic.
No.
Continue.
So that's why, that's the reason that after 68, there never was another one called for then.
Yeah,
was
in 1968 was the last primary act when both parties had an actual primary. It was 1968.
So we have a presidential primary in 2 years.
Yes.
So we also have a county primary. So does the cost cover both of those, or will we have to cover the county portion of the primary in 2 years?
Now, in August, that will be the state and federal and county general, and county always pays for it.
So we'll, in 2 years, if it's not reappropriated, then the county will have to cover in 2 years.
In March of 28, the state and federal will reimburse the county.
They'll have to receive a letter to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
If
they always pay it
Right.
the March election anyway, whether primaries held or not. Every presidential presidential preference primary. And that'll be in March of 28, that one.
So what the county is on for is just a general election.
Yes, in August.
Primary
Now, the
year.
county will have to pay for the August 6th, and then the November 3rd. Thank you for letting us do what we do, and we appreciate you.
Anything else for Joy from anyone before he sits down? All right, Joy, thank you.
Thank you. If y'all ever have any questions, just call me. Thank
you. Thank you, Joy. All right, on item number 12, we have 3 people signed up to address the issue of the primary election. So, who wants to be first? Well, the first one will be David Melcher. You have 3 minutes, Mr. Melcher, on the timer.
Thank you. Honorable Commissioners, my name is David Melcher. Some of you know me, some of you don't. I am the Secretary of the Fentress County Republican Party, although here today I'm just talking as an individual Fentress County resident and voter. Having a primary election will give us the opportunity to reduce the number of candidates running in the general election. Without the primary, we will continue to have the same situation we've had here for years, where we have so many candidates running in the general election that most of the time it only takes 30% of the votes to win. The local Republican Party's job is to promote and support conservative values at the federal, state, and local levels. That means that we're here to get local conservatives elected to public office and to promote the traditional conservative ideals of this community. Just like the Democrat Party in Fentress County is here to promote their party's liberal values. By calling this primary, the county Republican Party is giving local candidates the opportunity to show their conservative values by running as Republicans. The purpose of this primary is not to bring division and harm or, harm to the unity of the community. Its sole purpose is to give candidates the opportunity to show the voters in the county their values. If you do not wish to run in a primary, you're not forced to. It is the individual's rights as a citizen of this county to or not to run in the primary. If you choose not to run in the primary, you still run undeclared just like it's been for years. Please do not diminish the importance of the primary system by voting for this resolution that will really not do anything to stop the primary from going forward. Okay, I'm almost done.
Okay.
This primary has been properly called according to the laws of the state of Tennessee. Please do not approve this poorly worded, non-binding proclamation. Primaries are a healthy exercise of our voting rights. Thank you. And I can answer any questions that you might have.
So you're saying if we don't run on the Republican in the primary, we can come back after the primary and still run Republican?
Yes and no. If you choose to run independent, your petition is due at the exact same time as somebody that's running Republican. You won't be on the ballot till the general election in August. But, when anybody that wants to run Republican will be on the primary, and one or two people, in your case, since there's 2 seats, the top 2 vote getters in the Republican primary will move forward to the general. And then anybody that chooses to run independent would be on the general election with the 2 Republicans that ran in the primary.
As an independent, or they will be recognized as a Republican also, or?
No, I mean, you have to, to keep it simple, we'll just talk about county commission. The top 2 vote getters in if there's 2 people running, there might only be 1 person running for each particular district. But whoever is the top 1 or 2 vote getters would then be in the general election at the top of the ballot with an R after their name. Anybody that chooses to run independent would be listed alphabetically below the Republican candidate in the general election.
Without an R?
Pardon?
Without an R?
No, with an I, because they did not run in the Republican primary.
I think I talked to you earlier today.
Yes.
You called and we talked briefly. Do you not agree that our country is already politically divided enough? I told you today, as far as standards and things of that nature, I mean, I'm a Republican. I mean, I vote Republican.
Yes.
But I think we have so divided our country on political values that's what is destroying our country today. Once again, I'm going to sit here and say that I'm going to vote Republican unless the values of that candidate is not based on morals. I mean, we've got away from morals and Christian values, and we've got away from "in God we trust."
Mm-hmm.
And so I just feel like this is so much more of a step to politically dividing. We're bringing that division into our county. Not only it's destroyed our government, but then we're trying to bring it back into our county. I mean, that's just my stand.
And I just want to chime in there, absolutely, with what Ben says. We have sat here at this table, and I couldn't tell you the party these people are affiliated with, but I can tell you where their heart lies, and it's with Fentress County. And I have met people that claim to be a Republican that aren't demonstrating conservative Christian values that we ask. And I've met Democrats that are the finest Christians and upstanding conservative people, values that they have. So I do not agree with the label. And like I said, going along with what Ben says, the division that's going on right now in Washington, I don't know how we would want to mirror that in any form or fashion. I think we've not had a primary since 1968. For 57 years, these poor old mountain folks have figured out a way to get through. And I think we are doing fine, and I don't see the need to change it. I think we politic every day. We are out campaigning everybody in this county because they see us by how we live. And I think that says more to me than an R or an I or a D behind my name. And that's why I'm so opposed to it. And you called me in most respectful conversation. You and I spoke, and I can nothing but applaud you in everything. And, that's, thank goodness we live in a country we can have different opinions. And I know where I'm voting when I go. I know where I tend to go, but I do like to be I consider myself a very invested and try to be educated voter. And so I'm going to make my vote based on that. And again, like I said, if I saw the benefit, if I truly thought it was going to benefit Fentress County, I would be cheering at the top of my lungs.
So have you got qualifications that we have to meet to be able to run, to qualify?
There are qualifications.
And they are?
You are, according to the state bylaws, you're supposed to be bona fide, which means you voted Republican 3 out of the last 4 elections. I've had multiple conversations with Scott Golden, who is the state chairman of the Republican Party. And he has told me that, especially in this election, if you feel you are a Republican, you are until challenged. And
so who challenges?
To be challenged, you have to have 5 bona fide. We'll just take you for example. 5 bona fide Republicans from your district would have to fill out a challenge that you are a Republican. That would then go to the state party for Scott Golden, Ben Gann, and Ann Ayers. That's our 2 state executive committee members, and our state chairman would look at it and make that decision. If, let's just say we've got dog catcher, and we have 3 candidates running for dog catcher, and none of those 3 candidates are bona fide. If somebody challenged one of those candidates, I've been assured by Scott Golden that basically it's going to go nowhere because none of the candidates running for that office is bona fide. One of the objects of this is to get more Republicans bona fide. Just of the 10 commissioners here, only 4 of them are bona fide Republicans. All 10 of them have never requested a Democrat ballot in the last 4 elections. So I'm sure every single commissioner here feels they're Republican. You are Republican unless you're challenged. The only issue we might have if we have a race where you've got 1 or more bona fide candidates running for a particular position, and there's non-bona fide candidates running for that position, there's a chance that they could be challenged and told no to. That's beyond me. That's up to the state level to make that decision. I hope that answers that question. Certainly.
And I don't never use anybody's example. I'll use myself.
Yeah.
I've been in the 5th district for several years, and I don't know why there's 8 or 10 people running in the 5th district. So let's give an example that you made the statement that we try to elect someone that's more than 30% votes from Fentress County.
Correct.
So let's say there's 8 people that run in the 5th district and only 2 declare Republican. So that means those 2 automatically go to August.
No, well, yes.
If they run on the Republican ticket.
Right, for District 5, yes, the top 2 vote getters would go.
So the other 6 are running independent, so that still puts 8 on the ballot, and I assure you, if we have 8 on the ballot, they're not going to get 30% of the votes. So I can't say that we can use that we're trying to get more votes, because if you only have, especially with the commission, when there's 2 elected from each district, it still stands to reason that we're going to elect someone 15 or 20% vote.
Yeah.
So that doesn't, that's not a good argument to use, I think, for calling a primary to get more percentage votes, because if both parties don't choose the Democrat, Independent, or whatever, it still gets more to the ballot in August.
Yeah, but it's still a really good argument when you come to the sheriffs, where there's 1 for the entire county, and only 1 will go forward. The county commission's a little bit different because there's 2 going forward.
Well, I think there'll be several for sheriff race too, but I don't know that they'll all choose Republican or what. That's not me to say whatever.
Yeah.
And I think it may be true to a lot of positions, but like I said, that 30%. I understand that part of it.
Yes.
We've got to get the majority behind the candidate. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think that really is not a solid argument to use to get the 30%. Thank you for your time.
What was the, sorry.
Go ahead.
What was how many members do you have in the Fentress County Republican Party that attend your meetings?
Well, we have no official membership. We have no dues that are paid. The people that show up.
What's your average?
Yeah, the average is probably 40 to 50 people that show up every month at our meetings. Yeah, the numbers have really increased over the last 3-4 months. Is it okay to answer a question from the audience?
I'll ask you why is that.
Okay, yeah, I've got no problem answering it. I just didn't know if it was proper. When I moved here 5.5 years ago, I started attending the Republican parties. I attended for about 2 years, my wife and I. We stopped attending because all the Republican Party did was do a Reagan dinner and give money to candidates. They did nothing else to promote anything in the county.
I never got any money.
That's because, I'll get to that right next. I'll get to that. I really believe that the attendance is because we have a brand new board that was elected in April, and we have been promoting the Republican Party in the county. We started a Facebook page that's gone from 1 to 400 followers in 3 months, and it's growing exponentially. So it's just we are out there actively working and attracting the Republicans in the county, letting them know we're here doing something. Now back to your other question. You never got any money from the Republican Party because you were independent. You did not run as a Republican.
Oh, yeah.
Because until now, everybody's run independent. Our executive board has voted this election cycle. We are not giving any money to the governor, to congressmen, to our state representatives, to our state, our any of those. We are only giving money to the Republican candidates that run in the primary this year.
Okay, Mr. Melcher, let's move on. We'll get Ms.
One more
Murray
question.
again.
Okay.
Well, he'll come back. He'll come back. He can come
Real
back.
quick.
All right, hurry.
Of your new elected board,
yes,
I'm going to be the bad guy.
Yep.
Because everybody in here is going to know it. How many members is in that board?
There are five members: chair, vice chair, treasurer, vice treasurer, and secretary.
How many of those 5 are native to Fentress County, born and raised in Fentress County?
Probably 0.
Okay. That's all. You're fine.
Now, may I expand on that, please?
You can come back in just a moment. We'll get Miss Gail and get her up here, and
Okay.
then go back around to the end again, give you a rest there.
Okay.
Get you a drink of water there, Mr. Melcher. Miss Mary Gail,
My
you
name's
have
Mary
3 minutes.
Gail. I have 3 minutes.
You have 3 minutes.
And you're right. I am not originally from here, but I'm probably the one that moved here the longest ago. And I love it here. I love God. I love our conservative values. And it's not to be divisive. It is because I voted with the board. I am on the board, and we won the election. It was a fair election. I didn't think we'd win, to be honest with you. I didn't think we'd win and become the new board of the Republican Party. But we did. And by golly, I'm going to do the best I can to keep it conservative and keep the values, because I'm going to tell you that David has all the numbers, and Joey can tell you, we've been working with Joey. The last 5 years, 38% of the registered voters in this county have moved here in the last 38% in the last 5 years. And in the last 15 years, it's a higher percent. So and you say you don't want to be divisive, and yet I'm here. I love it here. I am committed to this county. I've given to this county. I love this county. There are bad people moving in this county too. I'm just going to tell you straight up, there are Democrats moving in. And I want to they are working. And I want to do whatever it takes to keep our county conservative. So by running a primary, we're saying, we're giving you guys, and I love most of you. I know, I had a tip. I'm a Christian, I can't lie. I love most of you.
We'll stick to the subject,
but
please.
there's one that kind of ruffled my feathers, and we are.
I love you anyway.
So, thank you. But, I mean, I want to, what was I saying?
You love
lost my
everybody.
thing.
I think you meant to say you love everybody.
Well, except
Okay,
one.
we'll
But
get
that's
on.
okay. I'll
We'll get
grow
on
to
with it,
love
Mary
you.
Gail.
But I just want to say, this is to give you guys the opportunity to become bona fide by running a primary. That way, if you put an R and say, I'll run as a Republican, here's what's going to happen if you don't. He didn't say what if you don't. If you don't, sure, if you go to fentressrepublicans.org and read the article I wrote about why. But if you don't, here's the big news. Next time there's an election and you're a conservative, let's say you're a conservative Republican, they're going to you're going to say, well, I want to run as a bona fide. You're going to get challenged. They're going to look back at your record, because we can see all your records. It's crazy what we can see. And they can say, why didn't you have the opportunity? You had the opportunity to say you were a conservative Republican. And you chose to say, no, I'm going to just play it safe and be an independent. I won't necessarily hold it against you if I know you. But I mean, but all these people that are moving in, and I didn't sell me my property. I bought it because I wanted to be here. So I just want to say, think about it. Your vote, your resolution won't do anything. We're going ahead.
Anybody got anything for her?
Questions for me? Who said yes?
Ms. Craven.
Yes.
Come right on up front so everybody can.
Come on up.
For me or for them? Whoever? Well, David and.
No, we'll get to David here in a minute.
Okay.
I'm not good at speaking.
You're fine.
But new people that move in here.
Yeah.
And I'm not a native. I've been here 23, 24 years. I love Fentress County, and I don't want change. Everybody that moves here from California, wherever you may be, oh, we love it, we love it, we love it. Then you want to change us. We don't want change. You moved from where you come from because you didn't like what it was.
I love where I was.
That's what we hear.
Well,
I'm just saying.
So you don't want a primary. You don't want to keep it conservative.
No, it's not broke. So
got
leave
nothing
it
to do with
alone.
Not keeping it conservative.
I agree. I hear you. It's not.
All right, now let's stick to where we're at, Miss Mary Gill.
Next.
Anybody have another question for Miss Mary Gill first?
If it's not broke, don't fix it. But what about all the people that are coming in that are really, I mean, and we've experienced this already. I mean, the day you say.
Well, let me tell you. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I've been sitting here.
Well, now, hold on a minute here now. We're going to get out of line here. Let's move on here for a minute, Miss Mary Gill. If you don't care.
I just have another question.
Let's sit back there. We're going to get to
She's got one more question.
Ernie Ball. Go ahead. Go ahead. Just wait a minute, Ernie, just a minute. All right, I hope so.
Anyway, I've been here 5 years, and 2 years ago, nobody wanted to run the Republican party. So I said, well, I'll do it. Well, I couldn't do it because I wasn't bona fide. So we did a crappy election. We got who we got, and they didn't do anything. All right?
Are you talking county or are you talking about
Our party.
Party, okay.
Okay. Out of all of you, in the 5 years I've been here, I haven't seen any but Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson used to come all the time, and we loved it. But you guys aren't out there telling us what you are going to do for us. So, so I decided, I felt that a primary and us giving the money back to you, but when you win, to help you through the election, is a way that we should operate. Instead of throwing money to this above. But anyway, that's all I have.
Mr.
I got something for you.
I did used to come all the time until I got my hind end shoot out.
I know.
And I didn't come back, but I'm coming back in January for another.
If I was the chairman of that meeting, I would have stopped it.
Ben, say what you want.
It's my time now.
Okay.
The reason you folks don't know about Fentress County is you've not been here. You have not lived, suffered, and died with the people of Fentress County. I got an uncle out there in the courtyard, 1918, killed in France. My family goes back here a long time. I got another uncle on back up the chain, 50 years before Evans C. York ever got a Medal of Honor. My uncle did. We've been here over 150 years. We've not just lived here with the people and toiled with the people, we've died with the people. Now, back to you carpetbaggers. If you know what the definition of that is, people moves in. Okay, I'll retract that.
Okay, please do.
Me and Mr. What's his name?
Ball.
Bob. September 20th, around 1:30 p.m., in my neighbor's front yard, Mr. Ball's on the honor guard. And you guys are all talking about conservative values. Well, what's the definition of that? Yeah, come and answer.
No, we're not going to get into it.
Okay, all right, we'll let that go. Well, me and Mr. Ball had a conversation. I done a hypothetical question. I said, if we're going to be elected a county executive, if the most trustworthy, honest man in Fentress County runs as an independent, and this is exactly what I said, and I said, on your side, you got a drunken child molester. Who are you going to be supporting? And what did you say, Mr. Ball?
Well, I said I'd have to support the Republican because.
Well, see, there goes back to the value conservative.
Okay.
But no.
Hold
on.
Go right ahead. I'm going to end this real quick.
I can't.
See, this is kind of that don't work.
The thing is,
it don't work for me.
If you want to be a Republican, be a Republican. That's all I'm saying.
I've been a Republican since I was 18 years old.
Then be a
I'm
Republican.
63.
Say that you're a Republican.
All right, we're going to cease this right here. Does anybody on the opposing side want to say anything? Okay.
Well,
all right, let's put this right up here. You want to?
I am. I'll just say this.
Well, you go right ahead.
I would like to commend the Republican Party for getting this going. I may get laughed at. I may get hate mail later. I don't care. I have wanted a primary in this county for even before I got too politically involved in everything. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a step in the right direction that maybe the Democrat Party didn't do it this time. Maybe this will be a step in the right direction to where we could get, like we were talking about earlier, more than somebody winning more than 30% of the vote. Maybe eventually we can get there. Maybe this is a step in that direction. So there's my 2 cents on it.
Anything else from the commission?
Mr. Chairman, can I say one thing regarding a primary? And I realize that this resolution, whether passed or failed or not, means nothing for the primary ultimately. It can still happen because they've called for it. Ultimately, it means nothing. I do want the Republican Party or any party to think about primary with local elections. For the fact of we have a neighboring county that has a primary. If this is an actual case that happened, I won't name names or counties, the county executive was defeated in the primary, lost his seat in the primary, knew he was gone in May, right? His election's not till August. He's in there till September 1 or 1st of September. He literally blew through all of the cash on hand that county had. Now, that is the downside of a primary. I have both ways that I could voice. I'm in the air about a primary personally, but as far as financially, that's an issue that you can run into with local government primaries in small towns. We are centrally financed. I do keep watch over that, but there's certain stuff the county executive can sign off on and purchase that there's nothing, I can't tell him no on a lot of things. That happened in a neighboring county. I do think that a primary makes somebody declare for moral values that they cannot, and I've talked to some of you all about it, that they necessarily don't have anything to do with in their office. There's some elected officials back here that would have to declare if they were to run in a primary that their office has nothing to do with the moral values of why somebody votes RD in an election, regardless of what I am or they are or anybody is. You're going to be voting on a moral value for the most part, because that's what people vote Republican or Democrat for anymore, is moral values mostly. That I'm not calling you out, but there's nothing the trustee can do about abortion or same-sex marriage. There's nothing the property assessor can do about abortion or same-sex marriage. I realize your resolution cannot stop that tonight, cannot stop that primary. They can call for it. But I think it's definitely something to think about as you go into the future and when you're calling for it, of the issues that could happen and the reasons to not have it.
I promise you, folks, I won't go on a spending spree. I'll promise you right now.
I just want to say one thing. I think we know this resolution, for the most part, is pointless. It is, or you could rescind it. You have the opportunity, the Republican Party, so the people of the county do know. They do have the opportunity. They can withdraw by November the 21st. So that being said, with people in the county, if you do have concerns, you can speak to those people that are on this Republican Party for Fentress County and let them know your concerns, because the group of 30 or 40 made this decision for everybody.
Any other elected official wants to say anything before we go to the next agenda item? If not, before we get into the next one, I will say, don't forget that Mr. D'Angelo and Miss Gregory will be here if you want to talk to them about anything. They drove a long ways up here from Knoxville just to be here with us tonight. So, item number 12, consideration of approval of Resolution 2025-09, opposition of primary election in Fentress County. Mr. Hughes.
Authorizing the official statement on opposing Fentress County primary election. Whereas the Fentress County Commission shall be in opposition to a primary election being called in Fentress County, Tennessee. Therefore, be it resolved that the Fentress County Commission is against any called primary election in Fentress County, Tennessee. That such an election would bring division and harm to the unity of our county. That this commission will be subject to and serve the people of Fentress County and not any political party. So moved.
Need a motion?
I make a motion to accept.
Motion by Commissioner Benji Cooper. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Kim Davison. Any further discussion, question, or comment to this?
I'm just going to say this, and maybe I shouldn't, but you talk about decisive, calling people what you called them earlier just because they moved here. Is that not decisive? Is that not spreading division?
That's not why they didn't just move here.
Sorry, but you can't sit there just because somebody moves here and say that about somebody.
They can move here all they want to, buddy.
Well,
all right.
They don't take over.
I see where this is going.
Question to the vote, Chairman.
Wow. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Contrary, likewise.
Likewise.
Nay.
With the nays, please raise your hand so we can get a vote of that. You got it?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Motion passes. Anything else come before this commission at this time? If not, thank y'all for coming here tonight. Joy?
First day we issue petitions is December 22nd, last day is February 19th. Now, you will be able to pick up a petition for the Republican, whatever candidate, or an independent. If you qualify as an independent, you will transfer to the August 6th ballot, and then the Republicans will only run in the Republican primary. I don't remember clarifying that, but I wanted to clarify that.
All righty.
Does that help?
That helps everything.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Thank you.
Benny Hughes, second by Kim
We need to
Davis.
sign that thing.
Yes.
Need to sign that. Divisive document.
Where's it at? I thought it already come. Where's,
I gotta find out how much money they're gonna give.
he's got, hey, where's the resolution at?
Get up at 1.
It's coming. It's coming.
Get you up.
I gotta ask that. How much money
Oh, we've got things down there.
Well,
It's all right.